Well, Lewis Latimer was one of the greatest inventors you may have never heard of, a man whose genius helped light up the modern world. Our Pix 11's Corey McGinnis has more on how his Queens home continues to honor his legacy this Black History Month.
It's a quiet block in Flushing, Queens, but inside this two-story home, history still glows. This is footage of Lewis Latimer's house being relocated in 1988, where the house was preserved and later opened as a museum honoring his legacy.
A lot of things we call him a Renaissance man.
Adriana Birkin is the education manager at the Lewis Latimer House Museum. Lewis Latimer was born in 1848 to formerly enslaved parents. Before becoming an inventor, he served in the U.S. Navy during the Civil War. Self-taught and determined, he worked his way up from an office boy in a patent firm to one of the most brilliant minds of the 19th century.
He is an innovator, an inventor, an artist, a poet, a musician, a playwright, so many different things.
Latimer helped develop the telephone, created early air cooling and railroad toilet designs, and is best known for strengthening the light bulb's carbon filament. His work on the light bulb was groundbreaking. Thomas Edison may have created it, but Latimer made it last.
He helped to kind of improve the way that filaments were made. He patented an idea that would make the filament stronger, which meant it was more affordable to actually make and easier to disseminate.
That advancement helped bring light, literally, to the world. Latimer joined Edison's New York offices.
He's hired by Thomas Edison. With Edison, he's working in his New York offices. He is first in his engineering department, then he serves on the Board of Patent Control.
He became one of the first Black Americans to officially patent and own his creations.
Latimer was a part of the first generation of Black Americans who could actually patent and own their own ideas.
Despite his success, he faced barriers.
Facing discrimination, people kind of doubting his abilities, but him still really being adamant as his purpose and to why he's there and what skills he brought to the table.
His brilliance went beyond science.
Learning about all these things that he did and all the ways that he was able to combine his love of the arts and sciences, how kind of full his life was.
Latimer was also a writer and poet.
The poetry machine allows you to scroll through,
penning love letters to his wife. Those letters are now read aloud at the museum.
My heart, like needle never true, turns to the maid of ebon hue.
His story reaches today's generation, including through an unexpected medium. Sneakers.
Why are there shoes in the galleries? Steph Curry designed these shoes, inspired by Latimer's legacy.
NBA player Steph Curry's design showcases one of Latimer's patent sketches, the clamp that strengthened the glowing filament that changed the world. Even now, Latimer's vision lives on inside these walls. His handwriting appears throughout the museum's new redesign.
It was really important for him to be able to tell and recount his own story.
And his story continues inspiring others. One of the main goals for the museum is to increase participation of Black students and students of color in STEM fields and careers. For Birkin, Latimer is the definition of representation.
I think it's being able to see yourself represented in someone's story who did these incredible things, but who looks like you, or who might have kind of had and come from the same background as you.
Latimer died in 1928 at the age of 80. He was survived by his wife, Mary Wilson Latimer, and their 2 daughters. And from perfecting the light bulb to inspiring the next generation of innovators, Lewis Latimer lit up the world, and his light still shines today. Reporting in Flushing, Queens, Corey McGinnis, Pix 11 News.